I'm pulling up on you from deep.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Good evening, everybody. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Great to have you with us on 2K Sports. And tonight, it'll be the Dallas Mavericks going up against the New Orleans Pelicans at...
Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the... So the Pelicans win the tip. So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. They've got Saric, Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Russell. Then it's Josh Richardson, and it's Towns in at the 5. Hardaway kicks to Russell. Dishes it to Towns. He got right to the cup using that screen. Towns has got the scoreboard going with his first points of the night for the Mavs. Irving against Richardson. Irving passes to Drummond. And Favors has it in the corner. Second chance effort, and that one's good. Drummond.
Oh, I like the activity of Drummond on the glass. I mean, he's so big and active. Excellent timing and hands, always pounding and grinding for offensive rebounds.
Towns, the screen. Here's Hardaway. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
And watching Andre Drummond play, he's really just an old school type center. I mean, he eats up space in the middle and finishes plays in close. Not a skilled guy who can pull a defender away from the basket.
And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. Irving kicks to Bradley. Favors with a screen on Hardaway. Favors with the screen. It's stolen by Saric. Hardaway against Bradley. Richardson for 3. Another shot. Here's Towns. Tough sequence there. They just couldn't get it to fall.
That's smothering defense. Chicken and gravy defense, not giving him an inch there. That's how you guard the inside. Yes, sir.
Drummond a screen. Irving kicks to Bradley. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Russell. Bradley can't get it to go. And with Drummond, he does play like towering centers of decades past.
Yeah, I mean, he isn't great at moving the ball around or hitting shots from range, but his size and athleticism are elite and one of the best rebounders in our game.
Relaxed shot mechanics. That's what you like to see. Comfortable. No stress or strain. It's a big reason why Big Cat thrives from behind the arc.
Takes the 13-footer, and Drummond is right there. Drummond's got his second basket.
A guy like him cannot be left alone around the hoop. If you do, it'll be buffet style all day long. Plenty of seconds right there.
There's the screen. Towns, the screen. Russell, no good.
Well executed, great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Agree with you there, partner, because that screen really freed him up nicely, and that's a shot that if you're a pro, you need to make that one.
You're not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Dallas moving it around, and the dunk by Towns.
There's the great length we're always talking about with Karl Anthony Towns. I mean, leaving no doubt about that one.
Back to Irving. Favors with the screen. On the wing, Iguodala. Drummond sets the screen for Iguodala. And Andre Drummond, the bucket on the assist by Iguodala.
Boy, the unselfishness of Iguodala is really admirable. a forward with excellent vision. He has a feel for when one of his guys is open.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Mavericks ahead. We caught up with Kyrie Irving earlier, and he talked a little bit about it.
We expect so much out of each other every single.
Kyrie reminding us that it's not just the expectations of the fans and the media, but also, perhaps the most demanding of all, are the expectations they've got for each other.
Oh yeah. They're constantly trying to manage expectations while still demanding the best from one another. And I got to tell you, it's fun to watch.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Mavericks?
I think they play great D and not giving up anything easy early on.
Exactly. I mean, they've made their presence felt on this end. Excellent job contesting shots so far.
On the court for Dallas here in the second, Josh Richardson out there with Sharich. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And there's D'Angelo Russell. And it's Towns in at the 5 spot. Here's Bradley. Bradley with another miss. Dallas leading by 8.
Well, you know, one thing you can be certain of with the Mavs, guys, is they're going to make the most of what they have. I think Rick Carlisle, who actually spent some time as the head coach of the Pistons and the Pacers, is one of the very best in pro sports. He's a master at putting his players in the optimal position for their success.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Yeah, no let up. Killer instinct on display, trying to put this team away. I love the tenacity.
Shoots from the baseline. The Mavericks pull it in. Coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
Well, listen, I've seen worse performances offensively, but no doubt that group was inconsistent.
For sure. Agree with you there. They just didn't have it. Seemed like they were a step behind and out of sync.
Pelicans trail by 10. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill. And Avery Bradley won the national high school title at Findlay Prep and was considered a top 5 prospect. Some had him even at number 1, and still after one season at Texas, he fell to the Celtics at 19 in that 2010 draft.
And Bradley, a great athlete. He won the dunk contest in high school. Terrific player, but he's not a big highlight player, it seems, in the NBA, Greg.
Yeah, you know, his strength and explosiveness more on display defensively, and that's been his meal ticket. He's added skill, though. He's turned the corner and has become a two-way threat.
And there's the call on Andre Drummond. That's foul number 2 for him.
Aggressiveness is fine, but you can't be this over-aggressive. I think he's got to dial it back some. They need him on the floor.
Towns against Drummond. Hardaway with a wide-open look. Offensive rebound. Sharich, that's good.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
That first time out of the game called for New Orleans.
Yeah, they couldn't do any better than a shooting percentage in the low 30s on that night, guys, and that's pretty much a death sentence.
Yeah, I can't name a team that's going to find a way to win shooting like that. I mean, they never had a chance with the touch they had that night.
They set the screen. Drummond sets the screen for Favors. A 3 from Bradley. The shot, no good. And the Mavericks going the other way now. And it's Russell in the corner. Off target with his 3. Pelicans trail by 11. Bradley kicks to Irving. Back to Bradley. Favors with a screen on Hardaway. Bradley with the ball. Now guarded by Sharich. In the corner, Iguodala with it. And the Pelicans get it back. Here's Favors. Tries again. And it's good on the layup.
And you just hate to give up those second chance points.
Yeah, those are back crushers. I mean, they really crack your back when you give teams second shots like that.
Russell kicks to Towns. Screened by Russell. Hardaway dishes to Russell. Out to Sharich. Fires from deep. Pelicans pull it in. Drummond's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Iguodala, that's a 2-pointer. Again, Iguodala missing.
Yeah, that's just poor decision making. He's got to be better in those situations.
Greg, I just think he was in a hurry. He flat out rushed it. I mean, I don't know what he was thinking there. He actually was in a brain neutral position.
Drummond the screen. They set the pick. Iguodala with it. Bradley. No good on the buzzer beater. And so it's Dallas in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. I'll look. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime
Welcome
Show.
back, folks. Ernie Johnson here alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. What a start it was for Karl Anthony Towns. He had 12 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 blocks. Shaq, what's your take on Dallas?
Well, they're getting higher percentage looks, good game planning. The ball is...
And that will conclude our...
Welcome back, folks. Downtown New Orleans shining brightly tonight, as you can see from this bird's eye view. Now the second half about to start. Dallas leading by 9. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. So for New Orleans right now, they've got Drummond, Iguodala out there with Favors. Then there's Bradley, and it's Irving in at the 1 spot. Richardson the pass to Russell. Clark, when you look back at your terrific career, who is the one player that you considered your toughest opponent to go up against?
There were a couple of guys. Bernard King from the New York Knicks, because we saw them a handful of times a year, and he was just such a phenomenal scorer and a relentless worker offensively. He just never gave you a break. I didn't get to see the West Coast teams but twice a year. The Denver Nuggets in the early 80s had Kiki Vandeweghe, Alex English, and Dan Issel, and between those 3 guys, they were averaging about 80, 81 points a game, and I usually dealt with English or Vandeweghe, and those were long nights because those guys moved the ball, shot it from everywhere, and were excellent offensive players.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Towns the screen. Russell against Irving. Russell kicks to Towns. Clock at 6. Hardaway from outside. And it's Hardaway again missing.
You know, sometimes rest can do more harm than good. It certainly looks that way for them. They've been cold coming out and have yet to find the bottom of the net.
Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Outside, Russell. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Well, Towns does so many things on the floor. Already an elite post scorer. But Greg, one area that he has struggled with at times is his defense against other bigs.
And I think he'll continue to improve in that area. What happens with young guys, though, is oftentimes you're improved how good I am mode when you're young, and you lose sight of some of the things that help you win games. And I think that's one reason why he had one of the worst defensive RPMs in the entire league. But young bigs tend to take a bit longer to develop into great defenders, and I expect he will follow in that line.
Bradley, no one around him. And a miss there on the triple.
You know, Kevin, his team is struggling a bit right now. I mean, I hope he can find his rhythm and start making his shots out there soon. Otherwise, ...
Sharge with it. Favors picks him up. Here's Towns. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Textbook up fake there. Towns does a great job imitating his usual shot motion. Earns himself a trip to the line.
He's made 1 and missed 1 so far in the game.
And just a top-notch free throw shooter this year, all the way up there at 88%.
You know, one thing about getting going at the free throw line like he has this season, it can continue to carry over.
And Towns drops them both. And Clark, one thing you have to love about Towns is just how self-aware and humble he is. He's always looking to hone his game, and even when he puts up a big night, he can look at the tape and find something that he's got to improve on.
Yeah, that's admirable. His humility and his selflessness, being aware of what's going on, where he needs to get better, and that's part of why I think he's a leader on this team. He'll own his mistakes, and he also is owning his personal development and improvement. So the future's bright for this guy.
Iguodala outside. He dishes it to Drummond. Drummond, a screen. A three from Bradley. Shot clock reset for New Orleans. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. That one is on Towns. For New Orleans, they have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line.
And taking a look at their free throw statistics on the season, right around 74%.
You know, you don't have to tell them what their free throw numbers are. I mean, they're well aware of it, believe me.
Outside Hardaway. They get it back. Richardson, and a good offensive board, and he gets the bucket. Richardson's got his first 2 points of the night.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
Irving dishes to Bradley. Feeds to Favors. Over Saric. Favors can't get it to go. Dallas leading by 7. On the wing, Hardaway. Guarded by Bradley. Outside, Russell. And Saric kicks to Hardaway. No good that time. Good D by Drummond. Irving. No good on the shot. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Mavericks lead by 7. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. And let's listen to head coach Rick Carlisle review the game plan with his guys.
Keep your aggression up. They got a bunch of hard-playing guys out there. There's a lot of missed shots. So we need everybody rebounding. Need everybody.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up. 2K Sports, happy to have you with us. Pelicans trail by 7. On the floor for Dallas starting the fourth quarter here. D'Angelo Russell out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. Then there's Towns. Then it's Dario Saric. And it's Richardson in at the 3 spot. In the corner, Hardaway with it. Here's Towns. And it's sent back by Drummond.
Drummond mixes defensive smarts with elite physical tools, and that's what makes him a solid defender. He's going to get his hands on a few shots each and every game.
Al Russell. The feed now to Hardaway. Back to Russell. Just 5 on the clock. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Iguodala kicks to Irving. Off the left rim and out.
Well, you see the struggles he's having getting anything to go.
Yeah, I'm sure he's frustrated, Greg, because nothing is falling right now. But he's going to keep chipping away at it, and that's the attitude. Stay with it.
And Saric kicks to Towns. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. And the Mavericks lead by 7.
Nice play inside. The refined footwork really separates Towns from most other young bigs.
Drummond a screen. Irving kicks to Drummond. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Saric.
So close to getting the steal there, but the deflection equally as effective.
Yeah, refusing to give up anything easy. Solid defense, and I like that attitude.
Here's Bradley. Not enough on that one as it misses. Mavericks leading by 7. Russell passes to Hardaway. Russell dishes to Saric. Back to Russell. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
So much confidence for a young player. Terrific move by Russell in traffic.
Irving kicks to Iguodala. Drummond with a screen on Saric. Favors passes to Iguodala. Towns with the defensive effort. The Mavericks have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Russell kicks to Towns. Over Drummond. Another miss by Towns. Pelicans trail by 9. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Here's Irving. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
Boy, I tell you, I don't know if there's anybody better than Kyrie Irving close to the basket. He has a great feel for how to score inside.
Towns the screen. And Šarić kicks to Hardaway. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Pass to Iguodala. He kicks it to Favors. It's Bradley on the wing. And the rejection by Towns.
Great timing on the block there. Towns helps affect winning in a lot of different ways. Really active down there, imposing his will and force and seeing his efforts pay off.
Hardaway dishes to Russell. Towns sets the pick for Russell. Towns the screen. Russell kicks to Towns. Here's the pass to Šarić. Over Favors. Šarić, that's good.
And how much longer are they going to keep that foot on the accelerator?
As long as required, Greg. I mean, you can tell they want to put this thing to bed.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 9. 26 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Karl Anthony Towns.
And when a player scores over half his team's points, you know he's going to be our pick. Even when he's been the exclusive focus of the defense, they just haven't been able to keep him in check. A tremendous individual effort.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment he's been faced with tonight.
And you can see there the defender gets caught up on the pick.
I think he's got to be more aggressive, stronger, getting through those screens. Can't allow shooters that kind of space to pull the trigger.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. They're down by 9. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
And this is what happens when you dig yourself a hole it's hard to climb out of.
Well, to me, they look emotionally spent.
Young from outside. But they'll get another chance. Passes it to Motley. There's a screen. Baker kicks to Young. The dish to Fultz. Here's Baker. No good there. And so it's Dallas winning this one. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. It really